So we get back underway. It's a full restart. So it will be Farin Mega, Rafael Renhofer on the front row, Nikita Genza and Montego Masson row 2, Mikkel Pedersen and Nevio Fischer row 3. Lewis Reichel and Janis Diak row 4 with Rafael Balzer and Austin Lee in completing the top 10. Lewis Jacobs, Olli Glan, Moritz Wolber, Jonas Ungnade, Maximilian Schreier, Tom Höger, Louis Stettling and Gregor Feigespann complete the top 18. There is a place that is vacated now, with regards to Fabrice Weber, who was the driver that just had to have the medical team go over after the incident going through turn 4. So there will be a spot on the inside of row number 10. Leon Vakula in the 207 will complete the top 20. Rafael Gridschak, Richard Thomas, Leandro Fischer, Tom Müller, Adrian Rohr and Jonny Mertz round out the 25 out of 26 drivers. They have only done one formation lap, and the clock was stopped when the red flag was brought out with 6 minutes and 17 seconds to go. But we are going to have a full restart. So it's as you were, seconds out. Into the tram lines we go. The revs do rise, lights go out. We are off and racing. And once again, Nikita Genza looking to get the march, but it looks like Mikkel Pedersen has steamrolled in and has gotten up to second. And there goes Renhofer. Genza runs a little bit wide. There's quite a few other drivers, I think even Janis Diak getting very much in there as they are nearly tripping all over each other's Mojo Racing tyres going through turn 6. I think I just saw Rafael Balzer take a wallop of curb going through the turn 6 hairpin. But Montego Masson in 4th as there goes Mikkel Pedersen up the inside of Rafael Renhofer. And Nikita Genza looked up the inside of Montego Masson as now Renhofer and Pedersen swap positions again. And Masson gets a really, really good run coming out of turn 12 into 13, and he gets the job done on Rafael Renhofer. But Renhofer, the steely, determined young man that he is, will not take that line down and gets the slipstream overtake through into turn number 3. Oh, that was a bit of excitement for the first minute and 10 seconds there, wasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? As there goes Nikita Genza up the inside of Montego Masson. Janis Diak looking and waiting in the wings. Rafael Balzer being followed by Austin Lee, and they complete the top 8. Lewis Reichel rounds out the top 9. Nevio Fischer completes the top 10 ahead of Olli Glan, Maximilian Schreier, who respectively are now 11th and 12th. There's a little bit of a coming together there between Janis Diak and Montego Masson, and that has quite literally opened up the floodgates ever so slightly. So that's cost Montego Masson a few places. And that will mean the likes of Austin Lee and Rafael Balzer, they're 7th and 6th respectively, change for second once again as Renhofer up the inside of Pedersen and takes the wider line coming into the turn 4 hairpin. Nikita Genza looking to get past Mikkel Pedersen. That's for 3rd on the road. Then you've got Janis Diak, Rafael Balzer and Austin Lee. That's the remainder of the top 7. So 6 carts last time around were covered by just around about 1.3 seconds as Pedersen goes defensive on Genza. Going through into T11. Genza gives... Oh, that was a bit of a love tap from behind from Nikita Genza, but that opens the door for Janis Diak. Stiak in the 239 from Kraft Motorsport gets up the inside of the 226 from Buderkart Racing Team, and Austin Lee in the meantime has got himself up into 6th position. He's hunting down a top 5 as the 223 as there goes Genza up the inside to retake the position from Stiak. That's the change for P4. Austin Lee showing a real good turn of pace. Rafael Balzer goes alongside last year's Minimax champion. And Austin Lee manages to get the purchase, the traction on the asphalt to get past the 217 and stay ahead of the 217. Nevio Fischer is quickly closing in on those drivers as well. Jonas Ungnade and Gregor Feigespann and Olli Glan now round out the top 15 positions. Louis Stettling up to 16th. Leandro Fischer and Adrian Rohr and Tom Müller round out the top 20. 3.5 minutes to go. Plus an additional lap, and Farin Mega is off into another one of the 16 German districts. Right about now, his gap between him and Renhofer is nearly 1.7 seconds. As looks like there has been a little bit of a change. I think Nevio Fischer has got back past Austin Lee, who's got Rafael Balza right up his back bumper. That's the battle for 6th, 7th and 8th place. They dropped a little bit of time to Janis Diak in 5th, who is trying to hunt down Nikita Genza. Just under 180 seconds to go, plus an additional lap of this race. And one of the biggest things is that Fine Mega can smile like the proverbial Cheshire cat in Alice in Wonderland and make it 2 for 2, but then it's everyone else behind. So Renhofer 2nd, Pedersen 3rd, Genza 4th, Stiak 5th, Nevio Fischer ahead of Austin Lee, who's just had Rafael Balza go up the inside of him, and Lewis Heichel also looks up the inside of Austin Lee, but then here comes Montego Massen. Up into 9th place goes the 282. So Austin Lee was handed a little bit of a lifeline there, and he keeps 8th position for the minute. Could have had 6th. There's a mistake by Genza. All that allowed Pedersen to get up the inside, and here comes Janis Diak. So an uncharacteristic mistake from Nikita Genza going through the hairpin in turn 11 allowed Mikkel Pedersen to go back ahead. They had swapped positions partway through the lap, and we still have 1 minute and 40 plus an additional lap still to go. And Fahin Mega in clean air is putting in hot laps. He's treating this like a justifiable qualifying session, and he's kept ahead by just over 1.675 seconds in front of Rafael Renhofer, who has started to pull away. Mikkel Pedersen looks to be the cork in the bottle when it comes to 3rd, 4th and 5th. If Nikita Genza gets the sniff of an opportunity to get up the inside, he will take it. Janis Diak, Nevio Fischer, Rafael Balza, Austin Lee, Montego Massen and Lewis Heichel round out the top 10. Keep your eyes on Lewis Jacobs, one of the other Kartschmied drivers, and he has got behind him by about half a second away is Maximilian Schreier. Gap now, leader to second is nearly 2 seconds as Mikkel Pedersen realises that the sands of time wait for nobody. They are fast running out as we go into the last 35 seconds of the allowed time. That's 7 minutes plus an additional lap. And he is trying to do his best to get past Renhofer. But Renhofer at the moment not giving up, not giving in, not allowing for there to be, like they say, if you give an inch, someone can take a mile. He's not allowing those 3 behind to do so, and hopefully looks to hold on to a significantly secure 2nd position. Timer has struck 0. And we go on to the 9th and penultimate lap. Nikita Genza slingshots up the inside of Mikkel Pedersen, and it looked like just behind Janis Diak was trying to do the same thing, but Pedersen was rather quick to respond. But then Janis Diak looking up the inside through turn 5 into 6th, and the pair go side by side. Janis Diak has to dive out of the move, but that's bringing Nevio Fischer into the fray. And there's Rafael Balza, who's dropped Austin Lee by a considerable margin. But then Lewis Heichel from Voik Motorsport has also dropped behind the 2-2-3 at this particular moment. So after this, one more lap still to go. And Fahin Mega leading the way. He's got a clear gap, and it was nearly 2 seconds. It is nearly 2 seconds once again ahead of Renhofer, as here comes Nevio Fischer. Looks up the inside of Janis Diak. And Stiak rather quick to respond and says, no, sunshine, you need to do a lot better if you want to get past me like that. Jonas Ungrada and Montego Massen both get past Maximilian Schreier, and the former 2 ran out the top 11 drivers as we are on the 10th and final lap. Fahin Mega again remains untroubled this weekend so far. He's going to have a country mile wide gap come the end of this race as he will head his way into the final double right-hander. And there is the 276 from JJ Racing. Comes out of the final corner. Farin Mega up on high, both race victories and pole position in qualifying, winning by nearly 2 seconds at the end of the 10-lap encounter. In front of Raphael Renhofer, Nikita Genzer completes the top 3. Mikkel Pedersen takes 4th. And Janne Stiak rounds out the top 5. Top 5 covered by just under 3.3 seconds after 10 laps of racing. Let's have a look at the rest of the results. So Nevio Fischer, close but not close enough to try and secure 5th from Janne Stiak. Raphael Balzer had a great battle with Austin Lee, the pair finishing 7th and 8th, ahead of Louis Reichel and Jonas Ungnade, who completes the top 10. Montego Massen, Maximilian Schreier, Louis Jacobs, Gregor Feigenspann and Louis Dettling complete the top 15, ahead of Olli Glan, Moritz Wolber, Adrian Rohr, Tom Müller and Poland's Rafael Gwiczak in the number 203. Leandro Fischer would end up 21st, ahead of Leon Vakula, Jonny Martz, Richard Thomas and Tom Berger. We have to say get well soon, Fabrice Weber, after the red flag incident at turn 4 in the first start of this race, which means we do have a slight delay here. We're running about nearly 20 minutes behind schedule here on track, but hopefully very soon we'll be getting things underway for our last 3 races of the day.